What's up, y'all? This is Jason Nelson, stand-up comedian, author, writer, producer of live shows, events, and more. Focus on the Funny LLC. First and foremost, November 2nd, Thursday, November 2nd, I'll be performing at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. Show starts at 7 o'clock. Go to their website. The Comedy Club of Kansas City is off 130th State Line. I'll be performing there. Headliner Janelle Banks. Be sure to go to the website and check out the links. So Kansas City, I look forward to seeing you. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. I'm sitting here chilling, reflecting on life. You know, a lot of you all know, some of you all know I've got married twice in my 20s. I've been divorced for both times. I've been single for about almost 6 years. I've been going to therapy for about a year or so, working on my own process of healing and things of that nature. And it was a beautiful, ugly process because I had to be willing to commit to the process of doing shadow work, going deep within myself, uncovering layers. And still a lot more work to be done, to be had. But I'm proud of the progress I currently have as of the moment. And with that being said, there's so many things I've been able to learn more about myself the last few years. And I most definitely have some ugly, gruesome, embarrassing, humiliating moments, not only for myself, but for other people. But by the grace of God, and I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And I've been writing, journaling, trying to find ways to make it funny. Um, but with that being said, I found out, with therapy and different tools like my personality. I took a personality quiz and INFPT, which stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting. And it says I'm open-minded, imaginative. We apply a caring, creative approach to everything we do. Which one of the issues that people usually say with me is what? I care too much. I care too much. I care too much. That is simply just how I'm wired. If you tell me you have an issue or a problem and I can find a way for it to get resolved, that is what I do. If you tell me something is bothering you, I have tried to find a way to alleviate that stress or problem. What makes me uncomfortable, because I learned that we're considered very rare personality. I mean, we're not the rarest, but 7% of the population is the INFPT, I believe. Um, is that we often feel misunderstood. We often feel misunderstood. It said we listen and remember everything that a person says. Our compassionate nature makes us good listeners who value their partner needs. So whether you've been my friend, a person I was in a relationship with, associate, or a stranger. Now I am a talkative individual, but I listen more or I hear things more than people realize. I observe things more. So when I see something that needs to be fixed, I find a way to get it fixed. Now, often it has made me feel taken for granted, taken advantage of sometimes, uh, significance minimized in my own world. I can't say that's accurate. That's just how I felt. See, I'm learning to put things in proper context as I'm going along. As I'm going along. Also, which that was my dad calling me, which leads into another thing. As you all know, some people know I was highly abused as a child at the hands of my father and his wife. I'm not being a victim. This is just the truth. I was highly abused, and which influenced this next thing, my relationship style. The way that I connect with people. Fearful avoidance. Now, those are two different categories. You got your personality type and then your relationship style. So my relationship style is fearful avoidance. It says I crave closeness and reassurance. I fear abandonment. I also may feel trapped or afraid. I will push people away. Now, upon further studies, normally you become fearful avoidant due to things that happen in your developmental years, your childhood, circumstances, situations. Normally abused and abandoned by your caregivers. Now, I can honestly say, unfortunately, in my developmental years, I was abused and abandoned by my caregivers through a huge chunk of my life. There's no judgment on them because as I continue to live and learn, sometimes people don't mean harm. They just know what they know, and they make mistakes. In some cases, some people are just shitty people. I can understand how I appear to be both, especially as I'm getting older, a little bit more mature, and a lot more healed. I can see things from a additional perspective, view, and layer. Sometimes it can seem maddening that I force myself, or I don't know if I force myself, or I'm conditioned to think so deeply about other people's lives and how they see stuff that sometimes I forget that how I think and feel is just as important. So I'm going to continue to speak on these type of things, especially as I've been dating and meeting different women, new friends, new associates, whatever. I'm more conscious and aware of how I may be perceived and how they may be going through things, but not fully as aware as I may be in some cases, not all cases. And I'm learning how to make adjustments. Like I had a recent experience where, I'm guarded. I don't want to. I want to believe that it's someone out there for me. I want to believe it's someone out there that can love, and care for me unconditionally, and I'm willing to do the same for them. I want to believe that, but I'm afraid to believe that because oftentimes when I took that chance and took that risk, that I didn't get the results at the end goal, and it was very hurtful. It was hurtful. It was traumatizing in some aspect. I really am not good at pretending that something doesn't bother me. I cannot have enough sex, do enough drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't knock anybody who do certain things. That's your business. I don't personally do them because I just don't do them. Like, I don't know if weed is considered a drug. Some people like to refer to it as being medicinal plant medicine. I most definitely have smoked some weed in my lifetime, doing edibles and all those things. And I'm not opposed to still doing it every once in a while now. It's just not part of my thing. You know what I'm saying? I did develop a bad habit of drinking in the past maybe 6 years or so, which I've slowed down greatly because I'm no longer seeking to drink to numb my feelings and emotions, my thoughts and stuff like that. But in recent times, like, I'll meet a woman and she seems awesome. She seems like, perfect for me. And then she'll promote to me how good she can be for me, and then I begin to think I'm good for her, but I would try to push her away. I'll be like, hey, leave me alone, stay away, she mess with me, and then I open up, and then I opened up too much, or I fail too hard, and then I feel stupid and dumb, and then it reinforces that not good enough, because sometimes I will have the tendency to talk myself out of a good thing. Not only just a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a business opportunity, a career opportunity. I'll start telling myself I don't deserve it. And, I'm getting better at that. I'm learning to be okay with the idea that good things and good people can happen to and for me. And also, I'm learning to be okay with the fact that I can be a good thing for people and things and opportunities as well. It's moment to moment. It's not something as a man, particularly at this state of my life, that I would like to admit that yes, I have flaws, I have shortcomings, I have insecurities, I have anxieties, I have fears. When I was younger, I didn't know to articulate these things as I'm learning to do now. I didn't know to express it or any of those things. Now I'm getting the grades coming in, So, because as a human being, yes, I would love to appear cool, calm, and collected as if I got it all together, but I do not. And sometimes it's like, scary, like, wow, I'm 39 years old and I'm just now starting to figure some things out. You know, a lot of times I meant well, but what I did wasn't cool. I wasn't cool for that situation. Because it's like in life, when you admit you're wrong or you made a mistake, then you're pigeonholed to that. So I think that's why some people do not like to admit their faults. Because if you admit your faults and then you declare guilty or wrong, then you're always seen as guilty and wrong. And I'm at a place where if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm guilty, I'm guilty. If I'm right, I'm right. I'm a human being. So I'm going to continue to share things like this. I'm not operating as an expert. I'm simply a human being who's learning more about himself, sharing information, resources, and perspective. Please do not approach me as if I'm your dream guy or your dream friend or associate. I'm a human being. There's a good chance I'm going to let you down and disappoint you. I'm going to hurt your feelings, not because I'm intending to. It can happen. I've been on both sides of it, so I get it. But I appreciate you guys. I look forward to continue uploading more content as I used to do, but this time with a more clear perspective. You know, when I was younger, it was kind of shock value based, but it wasn't to be shock value. It was like, boom, get your attention, and let's talk about this. Now I'm learning another thing. I learned about my relationship style, that individuals like myself, we tend to water ourselves down so we don't make other people uncomfortable. We don't want them to feel how we felt. And I'm learning, like, it's not my job to constantly reassure people all the time that, you know, like just because I have greatness in me, I don't have to dim that down for you to feel comfortable, because I'm not even walking around with intention of making you uncomfortable. I'm simply just being myself. And I'm learning to be okay with that. So I appreciate you guys. Be sure to share the videos. If you got questions, comments, information, be sure to leave them below. I appreciate you guys.